So,
yeah.
yeah.
For those women that don't understand what it's like for a man to just be cooking for them at random in the morning, at this time, I can't explain it. I can't explain it. But seriously, amazing performance from Tony there. Nice one. Beyonce, how you see that performance?
Tony, he tried. Tony, my man. He tried. He's an amazing dancer. He taught us how to do some salsa, like in the house. Like,
really?
He taught us a lot.
Seriously?
All the moves we were busting in the house, E and Kemen, I guess.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But kudos to Tony. Tony is an amazing dancer. I expect nothing less. In fact, you know, do and where.
Okay, let's get back to the food. Food. So what are you doing right now?
This is onions and garlic.
Chopped onions, garlic.
Yep.
Okay. And you're putting it into a...
Yes, we're putting it into the wok.
A wok?
Yes.
Okay, so for those that don't know what a wok is, what's a wok?
This is how a wok looks like. A wok usually, mostly they're used for Asian cuisines because they do the quick stir fries and all, so it is able to absorb more heat. You know? So even while it's off, it's still cooking. Okay, fantastic, fantastic. You see, I'm learning from you. My goodness, I'm learning. You know.
All right, so what are you putting in next?
We've cut the beef fillet into cubes or strips or wherever you want to cut into. Okay. But we just want this to cook a little bit more. We want to build up the smell, the aromatics.
I know there's a special word for the process you're doing now.
This?
Yes.
No process.
I think they say just sweating the onions.
Yes, sweating the onions.
Sweating the onions. You see, I read up for today, you know. Yeah, I planned for you. All right, so the onions,
you're sweating it, you're just cooking it a little bit. And we pop this in. No, this comes later.
The tomato and pepper comes later?
Later, yes. When this is cooked.
Okay. Why does it feel like that meat has reduced?
Well,
sorry, I think it's just a woman thing. Somebody took out of this meat. That meat was more. When I was buying it in the market, it was more.
I think it's fine.
Are you sure?
No, I cut into pieces.
Okay.
So the shrimps is not going out. People wondering why the shrimps is just there. The shrimp won't go in now because shrimps take shorter time to cook. Okay. So when we are almost done, we pop in the shrimps in it. Okay.
So I've been wondering what you were going to use the carrots for.
The carrots for, we're cubing it. We are just cutting it. Just more vegetables in the food.
Okay, all right. So where is the spaghetti? Where is it?
We're done cooking the spaghetti and yes, we sieved it.
All right, bring it closer. Yeah. All right, so this is the spag?
Yeah, you can see how glossy it looks and how it stays apart.
So it's loose, it's
not sticking together. This is how you want your spaghetti cooked.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah. It also doesn't look soggy.
No, it shouldn't look soggy. That is a no-no, like cooking pasta.
So how do I make sure that my spaghetti doesn't get soggy?
By keeping it, you have to be watchful. Like you have to just, there's some pastas that come with times, you know, like, oh, I'm cooking my pasta for like 9 minutes and you check the time, 8 minutes, let me check it. Okay. And there are some that do not come with time, so you just have to keep checking. Okay. That, is this soggy yet? Is this soggy yet? Okay. But some people like soggy pasta. But for the standard is not soggy, you know. You have to keep it not soggy or sticky. Okay. And you have to get very good pastas, like very, very good pastas. All
right, so now you're cooking raw beef straight in a pan and there's no water in this
Yes.
So this is not how we Africans do it. We have to boil it.
It's eventually going to cook. Come and see. Can you see it's browning?
Okay.
See? And the fact that they are smaller pieces, they're going to cook.
But now, you know how we do it now. We'll put, stock cubes inside.
No.
We'll put water. It must boil very well. No. So this is going to be cooked. Are you sure?
Yes, it's going to be cooked.
Are you sure?
Trust me.
Beyonce.
Trust me. Titi, have I failed you before? It's definitely going to cook because, this is a stir-fry process, Okay. You're putting your protein in and you're stirring as fast as possible.
But it's still red now.
Yeah, eventually it's going to cook.
All right.
Eventually it's going to cook.
I trust you. You see what happens when we allow men into the kitchen. You see? It's not even boiling the meat.
No.
You see?
That's it. No, if you want things to cook faster, they're better when they're cut into bits.
Okay.
So, even if without water, this is going to cook because see how tiny it is.
All right.
See, this is cooked already.
No, I trust. Oh yeah, eat it. Let me see.
No, now. I want. It's not yet time to eat. You know, I want everything to come together. Then I'm not balanced. I'm not like, okay, you know, let's taste it.
I actually do trust you, and I understand the process you're going through, and I know that you won't poison us. So what happens after this?
So what happens after this is, while this is almost cooked, we begin to add the vegetables. Okay. First, the pepper and the tomatoes go in. Okay. Then when it cooks longer, when you cook it down, the shrimps go in, the vegetables go in, and your pasta finally. So you fold everything together and voila.
So I'm putting the pasta into the wok?
Yes.
Not the sauce into the pasta?
No. You're putting the pasta into the wok. Yeah. But you can do it either ways. There's no, there's no one way to cooking. That is what I've discovered over time. You know, there is no, I have to cook it this way. You know, you can go a million ways about cooking.
So I think you need to give me some work to do, because I feel like my hands are
No. I like it this way. I love your hands. You know, you look flawless, like you said.
So I shouldn't, let
me do all the dirty work. You know.
Are you serious?
You know.
Hey.
Assuming there was a bed, I'll just bring breakfast in bed.
Okay. I hope my husband is not working, because I'll take the breakfast. Okay. So when is the spring onion going?
The spring onion is a garnish.
So it's not cooked at all?
No, when it's almost done, you know, you could just put the spring onions
and
in.
These
are bell peppers. I'm going to strip them.
Now?
No,
later?
Yes, later.
Okay. So, just for the record, this is a lot of atarudu.
No. You see.
Are you planning to kill us?
No. You people said you would like pepper.
No. This is more than pepper. This is a suicide mission.
You know, see, I really do not like pepper. I hardly cook with pepper, because whenever I use pepper, they give me a lot of headache, you know. Okay. So,
is it because you don't know how to cook it? Or?
No. I just don't like pepper in my food.
Okay.
Because it's
so that's enough now. That's enough now.
The Nigerians around us, they would say we have to eat pepper.
It's okay. It's okay. So it's okay now.
Let me add just a little, just one more.
You don't want me to
see, when I went into the Big Brother house, I said this earlier, they ate so much pepper, and I was wondering, like, wait.
It's okay now.
Don't worry now, it's going to be fine.
Pepper is a lot.
Trust me, it's going to be fine. It's
okay,
going to be
fantastic.
Fine.
So what is a strategy to make sure that the pepper doesn't overpower the food?
Don't cut so much pepper.
Okay.
That's the strategy. I'm just messing around. I won't use all this. I'm just messing around, you know. But we have a lot of tomatoes here.
Okay.
You know.
So the tomatoes will cool it down?
Yes, the tomatoes will cool it down.
All right.
Definitely cool it down. So about this time now, we begin to pop this in.
Okay. So while we're cooking this pasta mix thingy, what did you call it?
Surf and turf pasta. Surf and turf is combination of red meat and seafood.
Oh.
Yeah. So any meal that you see surf and turf, that means there is red meat and there is a kind of seafood in it, either tiger prawns, shrimps, or prawns.
Okay, so we are going to be cooking this surf
So
and
you could just rename
pasta.
This thing.
We have to see how Yomi is doing in, you know, where he's seated. I am going to be getting my hands dirty here right now.
All right, thanks so much, Beyonce and Titi. We can't wait to see what this thing is going to turn out to be. A little pasta, pepper, and all that meat. But of course, it's the top of the hour at 8 o'clock, and we're going straight to Kemi with a news update for us.
Thank you, Yomi. 4 police officers have been dismissed from the force for their roles in the theft of items from a house belonging to former President Goodluck Jonathan. While the Federal Capital Territories Commissioner of Police, Musa Kimo, approved the dismissal of the 4 policemen. A statement by the spokesperson of the FCT Police Command, Andrew Gure Manza, said the officers who were supposed to be guarding the residence of the former president robbed the house instead. The police spokesperson also explained that the dismissal was in line with the Police Act and regulation. Well, the Nigerian Army has taken concrete steps to stamp out any trace of corruption and irregularities in its fold, saying it's ready for the establishment of procurement offices in the corps and divisional headquarters to coordinate and collate procurement needs of the Army headquarters. Well, the Chief of Policy and Plans of the Nigerian Army, Major General Chris Jemitola, made this announcement on the occasion of the first Army Headquarters Procurement Seminar in Abuja. He was speaking on behalf of the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tukuburate, who, on orders of the acting president, has now relocated command operations to Northeast. Well, former ministers under the past administration of President Goodluck Jonathan have resolved to nominate their members to contest the position of the national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, as well as other positions in the National Working Committee. At a press briefing in Abuja, chairman of the forum, Kabiru Turaki, says they are also supporting the National Caretaker Committee of the party to reconcile all members of the PDP to organize a hitch-free non-elective convention on August the 12th. The PDP ex-ministers forum believe that only adherence to democratic principles will make Nigerians embrace the party again, and so their investments to return the party to the people. In other news now, fire ignited by spilled petrol from a fallen tanker has claimed the life of a driver at the Mbiama axis of the east-west road near Bayelsa State. While blaming the contractor for the dilapidated state of the road, motorists and commuters are now calling on the federal government to avert further casualties as a result of the failed portions of the road which links Edo, Delta, Bayelsa, Rivers and other states of the Niger Delta region. The Nigerian Institute of Training and Development is now talking about addressing the skills gap in the country that's caused severe capital flight out of the economy. Second Vice President of the Institute, Ola Sukade Aziz, says the federal government and private sector participants should invest in training of staff by providing accredited and professional education to enhance its members' capacity. The Institute held an induction ceremony for news members, and they will now be taught self-reliance and entrepreneurial skills that will enable them add value to the society. While Nigeria has signed financing deals with oil majors Shell and Chevron, the state-run oil firm revealed that the two sets of alternative financing agreements on the joint venture project to boost reserves and production in line with government's aspiration were executed in London on Monday this week. Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation added that both projects are expected to generate incremental revenues of about $18 billion within the asset's life cycle. And this includes a flurry of exploratory activities that will generate employment opportunities in the industry, as well as boost gas supply to power and rejuvenate Nigeria's industrial capacity utilization. Now, Nigeria is aiming to ramp up reserves, output, and boost revenue in the face of dwindling oil earnings. In other news now, the Inspector General of Police, Ibrahim Idris, has endorsed Television Continental News, that's TVC News, for the accuracy in the organization's news reporting. The police force who toured the headquarters of TVC News with top officers of the force acknowledged the important role the station is playing in the business of news dissemination in the country and globally. According to him, his priority is to serve and partner with the media in having a people-oriented police force which will serve the nation better and the people in particular. Time for more on Wake Up Nigeria with Titi and Yomi.
Thanks so much, Kemi, for that. She always delivers the news in such a punchy, powerful way.
And she looks great today, doesn't she?
Oh yeah, she does. She
does.
does.
Someone else that looks amazing.
Juliet. Delivering the sports update for us.
Back again.
At top of the hour.
So much happening as usual.
500,000 pounds a week.
That's the one you always
Oh
remember,
my goodness.
Yomi.
I need that kind of
I think I'm the one more interested in money than...
Really?
You know, before coming on air, I was just saying to a colleague, I just kept on looking at the figure and just wondering, what am I going to do with that
with
money?
500,000 pounds a
honestly.
week, my goodness.
Man. All right, there. Let's start from our local stories now. Super Eagles coach Salisu Yusuf is hopeful that the African Nations Championship can help Nigeria build a strong home-based team ahead of the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations and the 2018 World Cup. The Nigerian local-based players are still campaigning in Kano preparatory to the CHAN qualifiers against the Republic of Benin this month. The team was assembled and managed by Salisu, who says is impressed with the performance of the players in camp, rating them to be almost as good as their foreign-based counterparts. The home-based Eagles have been scheduled to play a test match against Kano Pillars Feeders team on Friday. Meanwhile, Nigeria Football Federation President Amadio Pinnick has defended the choice of a foreign goalkeeper trainer for the Super Eagles. 62-year-old Italian Enrico Pionetti has been engaged to work with Aloy Agu. Pinnick says his arrival was necessary to help improve the performances of the Super Eagles goalkeepers ahead of Nigeria's crucial World Cup qualifiers against Cameroon. A 400 meters Olympic champion Wade van Niekerk, the athlete identified by Usain Bolt as the next trailblazer for global athletics, is adamant he has the ability and potential to become the face of his sport after Bolt's retirement. The South African says he is ready to rewrite the history books and can handle the expectations heaped upon him before the World Athletics Championship, which starts in London today. Van Niekerk is also being tipped to threaten the 400 meters world record of 43.03 seconds that it took from Johnson at the Olympic Games last year in a positive direction as an athlete. And President of the Nigeria Athletics Federation, Ibrahim Gusau, has charged Nigerian athletes taking part in the 2017 World Athletics Championship to stay clear of drugs. The Nigerian contingent will be led by reigning Commonwealth Games 100 meters champion Blessing Okagbare, who will be hoping for medals when the event gets underway at the Olympic Stadium in London later this evening. But Blessing will be facing a competitive field of sprinters, including world champion Elaine Thompson, Daphne Shippers, Morella Hore, Mario Setalu, and American Tori Bowe. Africa's hottest sprint hurdler Toby Amuson will also fancy her chances at the championship. So also a shot putter, Chukwuebuka Enekwechi, who will be in need of a miracle to throw his way to the podium. A total of 18 athletes have been scheduled to represent Nigeria in London, but at least 7 are yet to get the UK visas. A report says they could be handed the visas on Friday to enable them to join up with the rest of the squad this weekend. Nigerian Manchester City forward Kelechi Iheanacho has finally completed a switch to Leicester City, but the deal was sealed after the FIFA Under-17 World Cup winner passed a medical. Iheanacho became surplus to requirements at Manchester City following the arrival of some marquee players at the club. A yet a signature cost to Leicester City, £25 million. The move is the second highest African transfer fee this summer, just behind Egyptian international Mohamed Salah, who joined Liverpool from AS Roma for £34 million. And of course, Neymar's dominated the transfer news for the past 24 hours. There's still more on him. His record transfer from Barca to Paris Saint-Germain has been completed. The Brazilian has signed a 5-year deal with the French side worth £198 million. He will receive a weekly wage of £500,000 and will don the number 10 jersey. When Neymar will be unveiled at 1:30 p.m. today. A former heavyweight world champion Vladimir Klitschko has retired from boxing, ruling out a rematch with Britain's Anthony Joshua. The 41-year-old Ukrainian was knocked out in the 11th round by current champion Joshua at Wembley Stadium in April. Joshua had hoped Klitschko would sign his rematch clause for a proposed fight in Las Vegas on November the 11th. Klitschko, a two-time former champion, ends his career with a record of 64 wins and 5 defeats. Meanwhile, the world boxing heavyweight champion Joshua will now face Bulgarian pugilist Kubrat Pulev in his next bout after Klitschko's retirement. No date has been set for the bouts, which must hold before December the 2nd. While Joshua is unbeaten in 18 bouts, the 38-year-old Pulev has a record of 25 wins and 1 defeat. That's it as sports.
Thanks so much, Juliet.
Titi
we
and
know
Yomi.
you're busy, but we hope you're going to be sticking around for our spaghetti Spaghetti, what is it called?
Surf and turf.
I'm definitely waiting for that. I mean, I can get the whole smell. Mayosi is doing a great job over there.
You can smell it, right?
Yeah.
We're going straight into the papers again this morning at 8 o'clock.
You want to start off?
Yeah, so we'll start off with this day on the cover, and it says, U.S. approves Super Tucano attack planes for Nigeria. We hope that we can fly those. Yeah. And then Defense College reports rules military's deficient equipment, advises local production of weapons. And then also, finally, FG to tax first business class tickets on airlines. And then finally, on the cover of this day, NNPC IOCs sign $1.7 billion alternative financing agreements for joint venture projects. And of course, they're going to be earning about $16 billion from that.
Wow. Okay. On the cover of the Vanguard newspaper, it says here, why state governments get away with corruption? That is from Adeoshu, as federal government and IMF differ on economic growth projection. We also have that headline you mentioned earlier from another paper. Police dismiss 4 officers over theft at Jonathan's house. It's really significant how fast they got to the bottom of that one. Yeah,
and of course, I mean, it's a former president, so they moved quite fast on that.
NNPC signs $1.8 billion oil financing deal with Shell and Chevron. We also have quack doctor infects 6-year-old with HIV in Nasarawa.
Wow, sad news there.
That's something that makes me shake my head. And if you have anything that you'd like to inform us about, make sure you tag us on social media.
Of course, you're going to use the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria.
With the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria. We have to move along with the show now.
Yep.
And it seems that we have to bring out our dancing shoes.
Of course, we're trying to show you how to relax on a weekend, being a part of our
mission
salsa. It's a mission that we have to teach you how to dance salsa.
I think we're actually teaching Yomi more than anybody else.
Well, yeah, because you know it's something that I think I need to learn.
Yeah.
Because my wife has been talking about it for a while. She wants to go dancing, and I'm copying her style.
We have a package that you need to see, and Yomi, you need to pay attention to this one.
I will. I will.
Out of all the styles of dance that exist, salsa is one of which you think fun, you think upbeat when you think about it. Salsa seems interesting, looks interesting, and from all indications certainly is.
Shifting weight from one feet to the other and twirling awake with reckless abandon, these lovers of salsa have completely immersed themselves in the moment, because salsa is much more than just dance.
It's exciting. It's a fun activity. You hear that people who take part in physical activities related to fitness or something, you hear that they're generally happier. Salsa is naturally, it's naturally a fitness-driven activity because there's lots of body movement and all of that. The expression comes from the music. Music makes you feel a certain way, and it kind of dictates the pace and the movement, and sometimes even the moves that you exude. I would say it's timed, it's organized and timed according to the music. We don't dance out of the rhythm.
It is not unusual to see gatherings like this where people come together just to dance salsa.
To enjoy salsa, I need good music and fun people, really willing people. You don't have to be a very advanced dancer. I have danced with very advanced ladies, I've danced with beginner ladies. You can have fun with everybody. So just good music, good people, that's it.
Okay, you really do not need any special thing to make you enjoy salsa. You only need to be motivated. You motivate yourself. You love it while seeing it. Just put yourself in the mood and dance to it.
One can enjoy salsa alone, but having a partner gives the dance a twist for the better.
The salsa you see nowadays is mostly done with partner. Mostly done with partner. It's not like contemporary dancing or ballet that can be, you know, most of the time you see salsa is done with partner. It can be done solo or just people doing footwork. But yeah, with partner. 3, 5, 6, 7. 1.
Speaking of having a partner, I was thankful to have an experienced dancer teach me the basics.
Now, as a female, when you want to dance with a partner, everything you're going to do is going to start on your right foot. Let your arms not hang. Raise your arm. That's 6, 7. But stay on the spot. Don't move anywhere.
I was taught with patience, with my teacher taking me through the basic steps of salsa in details. I missed my steps a number of times, but eventually I grasped just enough to combine all that I had been taught well enough to actually dance.
6, 7. 5, 6, 7. 1. 5, 6, 7. Nice.